It is interesting to note at what point in the Gospels Jesus' life is threatened for the first time. In today's Gospel, written by Luke, it is at the beginning of his public life, when he addresses his own neighbors at home in Nazareth. They were enthusiastic when he proclaimed the year of grace that was going to begin. However, they got very upset when he explained that this year of grace was not going to be for them alone, but for all others as well. He did that by referring to some pagans, outsiders like Naaman and Syrian and a Sidonian widow. It is at the mention of those aliens that they jumped up and hustled Jesus out of the synagogue and tried to throw him off the cliff. The real difficulty is always the same. As soon as it becomes clear that God loves the whole of humanity without any preferences, people get upset. When Stephen tries to combat discrimination in Jerusalem, he is arrested and murdered. When Paul preaches that God is the one in whom we all equally move, exist, and have our being, the Athenians leave him. It is an issue that leads to murder and death even in our own day. The Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. was killed because he fought for equal rights. Bishop Oscar Romero was murdered because he defended the rights of the poor. The fact that God loves all of us in the same way remains the most difficult issue for many. To express it in our lives also remains difficult for many. But what God desires from us is simply this, that we love one another, and that his love never fails.